Alrighty, guys, you wanted it, and now it is here, the series that you have all been waiting for.
Yes.
The millions and millions of you requested the co-op football manager save to come to Fog Football, and now it is finally here, but not just on Fog Football, it is on Fog Gaming 2K Twitch channel live. So if you want to see Aberdeen get pumped 3-4-0 by Celtic Rangers live on Twitch, you can do that at foggaming.com/Twitch.
We're winning the league.
But for now, let's select that. We don't even know if we've got the job yet. I mean, they might say, look, guys, you're a piss, you ain't getting it.
Put it this way, I've did 2 seasons, won the league twice, I'm about to win it my 3rd season as well. So I want 100% record.
I've done about a quarter of a season, and I'm sitting top.
That's in the championship, though, of course.
Here we go.
A relevant league.
Here we go. Let's start this bad boy up here. So, I think realistically, this guy, we need to be real. I think the first season, I probably would settle for 3rd. But if we can try and cause an upset and maybe finish above 1 or 2 of the old firm clubs, then that'd be great. Alright, so the job is ours. Aberdeen have today confirmed Mr. Fogg has been appointed as the new club manager. The Aberdeen fans are going mental, partying around Aberdeen. We couldn't give a shit if it's Prince.
We've got a sheep buffet.
If it's Prince Philip's funeral, nobody cares. We all care about Mr. Fogg. That is what the celebrations are for. And I'm pretty sure, like Philip, this club will probably be dead in the next year after we take charge. But anyway,
right.
we've got the deal. We've signed pen to paper. 2-year deal at $5,000 a week. I fucking wish. We've replaced Derek McInnes. Aberdeen fans wanted him out for a shitload time, and now he's gone. So be careful what you wish for. Fogg lacks the reputation of a title specialist. Well, one half of us is actually pretty good at winning titles.
Yes, I have won 3 in a row.
The other one of us wins. The
4.
other half wins hee-haw, and that's me. Although I did win the Scottish Championship, although apparently that doesn't count.
No, I'm not counting that.
It's a paper trophy. It's made of tinfoil. Given the club's current ambitions, creates an intriguing dynamic as they intend to challenge for major honours. Well, so do we, but maybe not from the first season. Let's be a wee bit realistic here.
Yeah, so we have a lot of stuff on screen here, guys, but I'm looking at the media prediction, because if you don't get that, you're probably out the window, out the door. We were founded in 1903 and will soon be disbanded in 2021.
I mean, if we don't get 3rd, I think I'll happily re-sign on the first season. I think 3rd's the bare minimum. I mean, if you get 4th and Hibs beat you to 3rd, then I can kind of accept that. But if anyone else is beating us in this league, with the budget we have and the squad we have, we really should be beating all the other teams.
Weird question here, but do you think Aberdeen fans would take 4th if it meant they beat Celtic and Rangers in the league, but 3 other people beat them, rather than just 3rd behind Old Firm like normal?
I wouldn't take that, because I think that'd be embarrassing if you actually beat the Old Firm, but 3 other teams beat you.
I know that's what I'm thinking, but...
Well, would you take it in this opening season? I sure as hell wouldn't.
I mean, it's weird. You'll never, there's not going to be a regulations change in football like that. In other sports, right. I'd be very interested to see if something like that happens, but it'll never happen.
Speaking interesting, the Pittodrie Stadium capacity 20,961. Will we ever fill that?
No. So there's no point asking for a stadium build.
No, do you know, I think it's mad seeing 1899, like they're actually building stadiums. I mean, it just reminds me of like the caveman days where they're running about with their wooden sticks.
What is it, building a building?
Yeah, no, but...
We weren't building it with sticks.
Well, look what happened when they built Titanic, it fucking sunk, so maybe...
Well, last time I checked, Pittodrie wasn't sent out to sea.
Yeah, I know, but would you well, I mean, it's fucking near the sea. Like, but I'd feel safer being in a building that was built in 2000 than I would 1899. But regardless, even if our home form's shite, even if Pittodrie claps, we'll just try and have to pick up good form away from home. Cormac Park is the training ground. If any Celtic spies come, we'll have to make sure that they can't see the kids. We've got great training facilities, great youth facilities, and excellent youth recruitment. So
leave our kids alone.
I don't know who the youth recruitment guy is, but he needs to keep up this run of.
I would like to run a background check on him.
Yeah, just in case. I see if he's clean. Papers, please. Identification.
That should be fine as long as you show him how to do.
And I guess Aberdeen have produced a lot of good young players. Is that fair to say?
Well, I mean, that definitely for the recent decade.
I mean, Ferguson, Campbell come to mind at the moment. I don't know if Cosgrove, did he go to Aberdeen? Or did he
got
and
Ryan
McKenna.
Jack.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah,
James Madison,
Ryan Fraser,
Ryan Christie.
Yeah, fuck, they do it. Yep, I mean, Right, for the first season we're taking next season, second season we're taking Champions League. Telling you,
I mean,
upcoming.
even someone like Johnny Hayes, he moved on to Celtic, like, you know.
Yeah, so upcoming season, Scottish Premiership. We finished fourth last season. I think that's the bare minimum. If we don't finish fourth, we will resign.
You just said if we don't finish third, we'll resign.
I've changed my mind because
Okay.
Hibs are no bad. So if we don't finish fourth, we will resign. I think because we don't want to be, bombarded. And we don't want people getting. We don't want to be treated the way McGinn was treated. So, McKinn's Scottish Cup entered the third round. I think we can see the Scottish Cup's weird, right? We could get absolutely shafted and begin Celtic Rangers
Yes.
in the third round, get knocked out, and it
Or
looks
not
like a
League One
disaster.
until the final.
Yeah, and then you make it to me. It's all about the luck of the draw. So it's hard to predict the Scottish Cup. You know, we could go to the final, or we could get knocked out in the third round. It's hard to say. Betfred Cup we enter in the second round. Again, it all depends on the draw, guys. It depends on the luck. The European Cup, we're entering into the first qualifying round. I'd love to get us into Europe, but I think we need to be realistic. It's probably not going to happen. The first season is also just one leg playoffs, so
Better for us, I think.
technically it's better for us, but I guess there's no room for mistakes, no room for errors. I would like to at least get to the third qualifying round, maybe get to the playoffs if we get a good tie, but I mean it's going to be difficult. Even if we get the easiest tie possible in the third and playoff rounds, it'll still be pretty difficult for us to do. Anyway, some background. Aberdeen professional. You know this shite, man. If you're watching this vid, then you know Aberdeen's history. They have won the league in 4 occasions and are 17-time runners-up. Jesus Christ, 17 times.
17.
Have won 7 Scottish Cups and have finished runners-up in the Scottish Cup 9 times.
Finishing second every year.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, here
And
we
when
go.
Celtic were pitched, they would finish second every year.
So this is the best 11 according to the coaching staff. It's going to be Lewis in nets. Back three of Devlin, Constantine, Hoban. Well, technically it's a back five. You've got Logan, right back, Johnny Hayes, left back. In the middle of the field, you've got McCrory and Ferguson. In front of them, you have Roof and Hedges, and then Canberra up front. My knowledge of Aberdeen mustn't be that great because I'm not even sure who this Roof guy is.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, what's Kamar Roof doing in the impact zone? But yep.
I mean, how can this guy be in the best 11 when I don't even know it existed until...
And at least he doesn't
10
have
seconds
faces.
ago.
You see, and I play mine. No one has faces.
Yeah. Well, they've got faces. Joe Lewis is the top earner, and the hot prospect is Calvin Ramsey. Apparently, they've got some players out on loan. We've got Gary Woods in on loan, Fraser Hornby on loan, Callum Hendry on loan, Florian Canberra on loan, and out at loan we have Ojo, Hernandez, Taylor Makita, and Connor Barron. I think there's a couple other people at the bottom. Yes, Bruce Anderson and Luke Turner. In terms of the loan players we've got in, if they perform well in the first season, I guess we'll try and get them. We'll sign them to a deal at the end of the year. Especially, I think Canberra's contract runs out at the end of the season, so we could potentially even get him on a free, which would be great. Club culture. They want us to work within the club's youth system. Yeah, well, when you don't give us any money, that's the fucking only option we have. So, I mean, we're going to do that. Scottish Premiership qualify for the Europa League. Minimum in the Cups is reach the quarterfinals. Minimum in the Europa League is reach the third qualifying round. So, it looks
that's
like...
That's what you aim for?
Yeah.
These.
So, it looks like scouting induction, transfer induction, scheduled for 3 days' time. We'll get all these sent today. Training induction. Team report, medical induction, squad induction, we've already done that. Backroom staff induction. Right, there's a shitload of inductions to get done here, so let's go.
Actually go through all of them,
Let's go and do them. Of course, I meet everybody. Arrangement, schedule a press conference to meet the media. Arrange it. No, I don't want inter-friendly. I don't see the point of that. Send an advice report to the backroom staff. Sure, why not?
Backroom staff. I'm the man.
Well, I guess it's a team game. One man never built Rome, so...
I will.
Alright, so we've picked our strongest 11 for the season for the tactics. Obviously, this will change depending on, games, injuries, fitness, form, all that shit. But at the moment, we believe that this is probably our strongest 11. So we went with Joe Lewis in nets. I don't think there can be any debate. The only other goalkeeper we have is Gary Woods, who we've got on loan from the first team, and I think Lewis takes that position all day long.
Mm-hmm.
In front of him, we're going with Constantine and Hoban. Things could change, but we've got Mickey Devlin out injured for 4 months, so it's going to be a while before we see him back.
Not good.
We could have possibly put in Ash Taylor, but we've decided to go with Constantine and Hoban. Hopefully they can have a good partnership. Out on the right beside the defence, we went with Logan at right back because he's the only right back we have. We've got Hernandez, but he's out on loan at Atlanta, so we've only got one right back, and that's a position I think we will look to try and strengthen in. But yeah, at the moment we've only one right back, and it's Logan, so he has to go there by default.
And he's a plumber.
Aye, and hopefully he can plumb up our leaky defence. On left back, there was a couple of options. It was probably between Johnny Hayes or Greg Lee, but I think we prefer Hayes in a more advanced role, and I don't think he's defensively that great, to be fair. So I think we'll go with Greg Lee at left back. In front of them, deep line playmaker, we're going with Ross McCrory. I think he pretty much gets in the team, doesn't he? I mean, Ross McCrory.
Yep, Rangers man.
Same with the guy in front of him, Lewis Ferguson, Barry Ferguson's little nephew. Those kind of players, they just like automatically go in. So I think McCrory and Ferguson's spot in the team is not under doubt. Now, beside them, we had a choice of players we could put here. You've got the more experienced, older Dylan Magoo, who we could have stuck in there, but I think we need to try
Magoo.
and...
That's how you pronounce it?
Aye, Magoo, aye.
Magoo.
Dylan Magoo, aye.
Magoo.
Aye, Magoo.
Magoo.
Got a problem with that?
Fucking sounds a bit retarded to me.
Anyway, we could have went with Dylan Magoo, but we've got a lot of young players here, especially the likes of Mikko Fortanen, the Finnish man, and also Dean Campbell, who I think could be a good player in a couple of years. So we figure, you know, we'll probably go with Dean Campbell more often, try and get him game time, try and go with the youth. We just can't pack out the whole team with old guys. We need to bring the young players through as well. But I think we do have a pretty young squad, to be honest, although you say that. I mean, the fucking back five's pretty old. In the attacking wide roles, we're going to go with McGinn.
Pretty old.
We've got Niall McGinn and Ryan Hedges.
So our team's, I mean, the team's looking pish. We're looking at we've no chance. Realist.
We've got Matty Kennedy, McLennan. We've got wide players on the bench that can do things. We've got Ethan Ross.
We do.
I've no idea who he is, but I mean, he's there, so I guess he can't be that bad. He's wanted by Hibs as well, so he must be half decent. Wait, hold on. So's Lewis Ferguson.
As long as he's not wanted by Ben.
Look at that, Lewis Ferguson Chelsea's Man United want Lewis Ferguson.
That's good.
Shows you how good he is.
Yeah, well, I want 50 million.
I don't think we're going to get that.
Why
Up
not?
front, there's a bunch of players we could hoot. There's Callum Hendry, who've got on loan. All three of our strikers, the only three strikers we have at the club are on loan. Fraser Hornby, Callum Hendry, and Florian Camberry.
Aberdeen are pish.
To me, that recruitment's terrible. I mean, you went for having Cosgrove, Bruce Anderson, Curtis Main. I'm not saying those all two are good, but I think to get rid of Cosgrove and not bring in a permanent replacement kind of sucks. But that's what we're going to look to do, guys. We've got no money, absolutely no money in the first transfer window. You can see the transfer budget remaining is £0. Apparently, next season we're going to be given 1.3 million. But for this season, we're getting hee-haw. I don't know why that is.
Like, because you've made it like that.
I haven't made shit like that.
So why's that, man?
I don't know. It tells you you're
not gonna have made that.
Nah, I
it makes no. Why would they give us nothing and then 1.3 the next?
Maybe they're skint. Maybe COVID this year.
You fucking did it on purpose.
I didn't do nothing on purpose.
So why is it like that?
I don't know.
Tell me.
COVID, maybe the stadiums are empty.
$3 a week. What are you supposed to do with that?
No, that's what we've got remaining.
That wouldn't even be enough to buy your fucking shopping.
No, that's what we've got remaining.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be enough to buy your shopping.
How much you eat, you fat bastard?
Less than you.
Well, I think £3 can bring you in a decent player. I think the Scottish Premiership.
Fuck off.
If you go to the bargain basement.
Aye, the blockbuster section.
Alright, so we've no transfer money, we've only 3k worth of wage budget, so it doesn't look like we're going to be signing anyone, at least not in this window. Next year, the big guy, Dave McCormack, says we're going to get 1.3 million to spend in the transfer kitty, so that's something to look forward to. But for this season, it looks like we are just going to be stuck with the team that we have. And the team that we have hasn't done too well. If you look at the pre-season here, the friendlies, they played, 6 friendly games and did not get a single win. 2 draws and 4 defeats.
The first 2 games are tough teams and the rest are Poundland merchants. So.
We've got a draw against Red Bull Salzburg. Lost 3-0 to Rapid Vienna. Lost 3-1 to, whoever that team is. 1-0 to Dien'S. 2-2 against Morocco. And lost 4-0 at home. Ryan Duncan who the fuck is Ryan Duncan? And who's this team here? KV McLecken. Apparently they're in the Belgian top league. I've never heard of them, but...
Who? Oh, I've heard of them.
Oh well.
But they're called Yellow Red, so that probably doesn't fucking help.
Like, I see with these results, I don't see us getting to the third qualifying round of the Europa League.
I don't see us getting the third game of the season if it being sacked.
Well, we'll play Hamilton second, so I think we should pick up a win against them.
Because we're fucking Hamilton.
Aye. And this might explain why we've been given no money this season. The overall balance is only 2.9 million. Not a lot. Not a lot at all. We're down 130k this month alone. So we're losing money. I don't know why it's so low. Income's 12, just over 12k. Expenditure is 142. So we're losing a lot of money. Scouting budget 74, no bad. But yeah, the financial aspect of the club isn't looking too great. So hopefully we might have no money. The bank might be low, but hopefully we can put in the performances on the pitch. Alright, so as we approach the start of the Scottish Premiership, here are the goal scorer odds from Sport and Life. They predict that Edouard will be the top goal scorer. You've got Defoe in there, you've got Lawrence Shankland, Lee Griffiths, Alfredo Morelos, and Kamar Roof.
I mean, Morelos 13-1? Jesus Christ.
I'd have a pound on that, like. Pound?
What a fucking pound.
More than a quid. We've got a couple of loan offers here, especially one for Michael Roof, who's on £600 a week. I think Montrose are offering £950 to give us a month for his loan deal, so I think we'll accept that. And because he ain't going to get any game time at us, but hey, if we can make money by loaning them out, then you know what, that's great. We will definitely consider that. Scottish Premiership top player odds, who's going to be top player this season? You've got Edouard, Forrest, McGregor, Kent, Morelos, and Alan McGregor 12-1. No bad there, Alan McGregor. Fogg set to make managerial debut. Celtic expected for the match at Rangers. Batodry, capacity crowd is expected to be there. They're breaking the COVID breach, so they don't care. Aberdeen set to take on Rangers in the Scottish Premiership. We're first, actually, by alphabetical order, so I reckon we should just cancel the season. We'd win the league. Aberdeen must respect Goldson, says Leighton. Aberdeen favourite Jim Leighton thinks Goldson is one of Rangers' most influential players. McCrory and Gerrard set for a reunion at Pittodrie. That's interesting stuff. Docherty is dismissed. Suggestions of pressure. Saturday's match sees you up against. I don't really know what to expect. It's part of the charm of football, isn't it? Oh, so I don't know.
We're going to win.
Stephen Gerrard doesn't really have much an opinion of us, so.
Fuck you, Stevie.
Yeah, nothing really to say there. Greg Lee's injured, the 25-year-old Jamaican. He's going to be out for a couple of days. He'll miss the Rangers game, which kind of sucks. And so will Ross McCrory. Ross McCrory out for 6
Well,
days.
he'd have missed it anyway.
How would he have?
Because he's on loan.
So he's not cup tied?
Yes, he is. You can play against your parent club.
Well, I don't think he's got that deal with Aberdeen.
He does.
Scottish Premiership top young player. Oh, we've got a couple of players. We've got 3 players in here. We've got Lewis Ferguson, Conor McLennan, and Fraser Hornby. David Turnbull, though, 92 favourite with Celtic. And it's it. Here's the weekday fixtures then for match day 1. You've got Aberdeen Rangers, Dundee United, St Johnstone, Hibernian, Kilmarnock, St Mirren, Livingston, Celtic, Hamilton. Capacity, competition expectations review. We've done all this already. And then we've got, we're trying to agree a deal with him. Pre-recruitment. Nah, we don't need to sign it. These are all the players whose contracts run out at the end of the season, so if we don't sign these guys before January, we risk losing them all for free. You've got Bruce Anderson, Mikko Vartenen, Ethan Ross, Tommy Hoban, some decent players in there, guys, that we'll need to make sure that we get signed up before that happens. But anyway, guys, it's 1st of August. Next time, we'll be back in episode 2 for the game against Rangers. Massive game there. Can we get off to a positive start? Can we get a win? I'd probably take a draw, to be honest. Can we stop Rangers as they go for 55? And it will be an interesting game, guys. An interesting episode. Make sure you tune in to see it on Fog Football with the Aberdeen Football Manager career mode. But until next time, hopefully we can win the lottery between now and episode 2 and make some signings. Peace.